knowing that you have got a lawnmower that, if you like, comes to the party and gives you the level of finish that is what we're trying to achieve. We are just a farmhouse and we are in the country. We want a relaxed feel here. We want things to be just nice, but not manicured. Very, very unpretentious. We just want it to feel comfortable. It is our home and we want people to feel comfortable here. We do have reasonably high standards when it comes to how it all looks, and it would be fair to say that the fact that you can mow the lawn with a lawnmower such as the Walker and know you're going to get that result, it makes a huge difference to the way in which we live.
I'm Johnnie Campbell, my wife Pauline, and yeah, we've been here I've been here virtually all my life, having family connections right the way through from 1864, I think. This was, Horonui was actually a back paddock, and then my grandfather moved here in 1900, or actually not before 1900, but he built the original house in about 1900. And so we've been here since then.
Your great-grandfather, when he started, it was 25,000 acres, and then Horonui was 9,000 acres,
yep,
which was then divided into 4 between the 4 children. And then your father, being the eldest son, inherited the home block and the original homestead. And that's how we came to be here. We farmed about 1,700 acres for most of our married life.
Yep.
And as Johnnie said, we have sold the pastoral part and retained 50 acres now, which is the house and the garden and a little bit of land, few sheep, few cattle, 2 donkeys, 1 swan. That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, well, quite a few quail.
Quail.
Where did we start? Yes, it did. It burnt down well and truly. There was nothing left virtually, and it took us a year to plan, and then a year to build to get what we have today.
The experience is not to be recommended.
No.
Losing your house to fire, but as Johnnie said, once we got over it and began to rebuild, we knew that if we had to rebuild, we might as well enjoy it and make the most of the opportunity.
Pauline is very much the designer of the effect, I suppose, and I love machinery. I love sculpting the land, I suppose, and whether it be digging a ditch or flattening a bit out or whatever it might be, but that was really my part of it, I suppose. And so between the two of us, we got quite a happy result.
We invested a lot in this new garden, and none of that was going to be effective unless we had beautiful lawns, and that was very much Johnnie's thing. And you got your lawns.
It took us a while too to decide which way they were going to dig, we were going to mow them, didn't it?
No, that was very much you, but there was a feeling of stripes definitely had to go down the front, so down the front. So the quality of the lawns was important, otherwise the investment was really going to be lost in terms of effect.
There's not one piece of this garden that I can't mow with the Walker. There are so many places that have got places that they can drive their mower, whatever it might be, and then they have to get a little mower just do the little bits and pieces. None of that at all. It's all done with the Walker. As far as that goes, I mean, that machine is amazing. It'll virtually turn on the 6 ones, as you know, and it has to here. None of the lawn is actually, or very few of the lawns are actually flat, and when you get out and mow them, you actually see it moving all the time, which actually, yeah, it's probably quite normal, I suppose. But yeah, it's not dead flat or dead sloping. It's an even slope. It's certainly undulating a lot, and as you move around, you certainly notice it more when you're on the machine than off it.
If the lawnmower, if the Walker's away to be serviced, and something's happening, I say to Johnnie, just use the John Deere. No. He won't. He absolutely won't. He'll do anything to avoid using any other mower. So I actually think that probably says it all. But
we effectively have retired to a very, very small unit. So it's now time to enjoy it, I suppose. And I do enjoy mowing the lawns. I really, because we are irrigated, I'm mowing about every 3 to 4 days in the summertime, and it takes about 4 hours, I suppose, to cover the whole lot, which is pretty quick when it's about 2 hectares of lawn. I find it just a really rewarding time to be able to sit there with my headphones on, a bit of music, and yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I just love mowing the lawns. I better not tell Pauline that.
It's quite obvious. It's quite obvious.
So it's a good place to think, actually. So you can think about what you're going to do or what you haven't done, or all those sort of things. Yeah.